Hello guys, welcome everyone. Welcome to Pitching in Line. So today we are going to talk about yesterday's match between RR and SRH. So both the teams wanted those 2 points at a desperate manner, and both of them, this was a must-win game to stay afloat in the tournament, if not for qualifying. So I think SRH really convincingly pulled off the victory, and RR has
Mhm.
themselves to blame. But at the same point, credit is due for SRH. Their batting was really well, despite the failure of David Warner and Johnny Bairstow. Their middle order took the charge. Manish Pandey and Vijay Shankar, who were being criticized for not contributing to the team's success, were in the charge yesterday and really took their whole team home. So, what do you feel about this?
Yes. Yeah, I think SRH would be mighty pleased, and it was a very convincing team effort, if you ask me. Number one, first thing they restricted RR to a very below par score because I felt the pitch was very good.
Hmm.
Probably at least 170 would have been a par score,
Hmm.
which they couldn't get it. So one credit is for the bowlers, and I think the main credit should go to Manish Pandey, the way he
Correct.
played.
Hmm.
Like we have seen that David Warner and Johnny Bairstow are the cream of the SRH batting lineup.
Hmm.
If you remove them early, most often or not, SRH usually does lose the match.
Hmm.
And we have been talking about Manish Pandey, playing well, but giving that match-winning performances where solely on his performance a team wins,
Hmm.
and he delivered it. He delivered it
Correct.
yesterday, and
Hmm.
in a very dominating fashion. He took on the bowlers.
Hmm.
He took calculative risks,
Hmm.
and it was completely dominating innings,
Hmm.
and which I feel was also complemented well by Vijay Shankar.
Hmm.
Vijay Shankar didn't have a big strike rate.
Hmm.
He just had 52 runs from 51 balls.
Hmm.
Since
Hmm.
Manish Pandey was going well on the other end, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
it compensated well. So I
Hmm.
thought they complemented each other very well.
Hmm.
So what do you think about the positive of Vijay Shankar going forward into the tournament?
I think, as he himself told in the post-match, interview, he said that it was a do-or-die game for me. So it is
Hmm.
pretty much clear that he wanted to score runs, and you never know if he hadn't scored runs yesterday, he would have been out of the team. So it was a desperate situation for him and also for his team. So I think he will be mighty relieved that not only him scoring the runs, and he also it was also in the winning cause of his team. So it was like good performance. I really thought he initially it was a bit scratchy, but again, when Manish Pandey was going well, there was no need for you to do unnecessary hitting and going after the bowlers, because required rate was under control and Manish Pandey was taking charge. So I thought yesterday was a good opportunity for him to get back into form, and he did it really well.
Yeah, I think that's what. Though the strike rate wasn't on the highest side, but this knock should give him a lot of confidence. We have
Correct.
seen that he has been bowling well
Hmm.
in for the past three matches.
Hmm.
That somehow has shown up in his batting.
Hmm.
So I think that would increase his confidence, and he should be playing much better because he is that vital cog for SRH, and
Hmm.
especially with Williamson not playing yesterday.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I think he more than came up and delivered for SRH. And
Yes.
a word on Jason Holder,
Yeah.
because there have been a lot of talk about if Williamson gets injured,
Hmm.
they
Hmm.
should
Hmm.
bring in Mohammad Nabi. Most of the people still feel that.
Yeah.
What do you think about that change?
Even yesterday also I told that it was Mohammad Nabi, because Dubai pitches we have seen that it touches
Mhm.
spinners, but yesterday if
Yes.
you see that it was grassy wicket, so I thought they would have preferred Holder for that reason, and I thought he did well, really well, and he contributed really well with the ball, starting from that run out of Robin Uthappa.
Yes.
He
Yes.
was all
Yes.
over Rajasthan Royals through 20 overs. So I think it is a
Mm.
huge value addition for SRH in the form of Jason Holder. So until and unless Kane Williamson recovers, I think they should persist with him because he's adding a lot of value to the team.
Mm. So, what do you think about the balance of the team? Do you think we know Kane Williamson is a world-class batsman, but
Hmm.
having a all-rounder, foreign all-rounder in
Hmm.
between is making SRH much more balanced side.
Yes, exactly. Because they initially signed on Mitchell Marsh. I think their combination was based upon Mitchell Marsh. That's what they would have planned, I guess.
Hmm.
Because once he was injured, no, I think their whole plan was kind of watered down. So they wanted somebody like
Hmm.
Holder to come in and hold that batting and bowling together, so that they don't feel any void in between. So I know now they will face some selection dilemmas if once Kane Williamson gets recovered. But again, until he recovers, I think they must go with Jason Holder. Things are working all right for them. I don't think there is a change for chopping and changing now, unless Kane Williamson
Yeah,
comes back.
and yes, and yeah, I think Jason Holder had a very good match, and he started off on a very good note. Like you
Correct.
pointed out, that run out of Uttapa
Hmm.
was a brilliant, smart play by Jason Holder.
Hmm.
And Robin Uttapa will rue his chance because I felt he was playing really well. He looked confident,
Hmm.
and it was completely mistake of Uttapa because Ben Stokes immediately said no, and he came forward and he showed his athleticism there,
Hmm.
Holder.
Hmm.
So, and well, he has proved that he's a world class all rounder. And we'll have a word about Rajasthan Royals. They were
Yeah.
asked to bat first, and so far, more in this tournament, batting first has been the go-to choice. I mean, the
Correct.
teams which are batting first has been winning a lot.
Correct.
What a word on their batting lineup, because Ben Stokes is someone who has been very very effective when he comes at number 4 or number
Yeah.
5 in
Correct.
the international arena as well. And
Correct.
Josh Butler, who is a proven
Opener. T20
opener
opener.
in
Hmm.
international circuit as well. Do
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
think that change where Ben Stokes, we could see that he was very rusty, that would have
Yes.
costed the game?
Yes, definitely. Because see, a batsman is not in form. You must not persist him in the opening slot, because opening slot is that situation where you give the team a start. Okay, and if
Hmm.
you are not in form, then you are putting the risk on your whole team, not only on yourself. And I think more than blaming Ben Stokes, it's I will blame the RR management. I don't know their logic behind
Yes.
sending Butler down the order,
True.
especially the last match against CSK when Butler scored a match-winning knock. I think he was up for grabs for the opening spot. He must open. He's an opener. In if you even for international matches, as I told yesterday, in T20 he opens for England. So I think it was a no-brainer. Open with
Hmm.
Butler and bring Ben Stokes in and let him play his strokes in the middle. But once you put him in the top order and he's not in form, also that puts a lot of pressure on him. Also, then he wanted to score runs. We were seeing him yesterday. He was struggling a lot. He wasted a lot of balls. His strike rate was way below 100, 30 from 32 after playing 10 runs, 10 overs. I don't know. It wasn't justifiable at all for me.
Hmm. Yes. Yeah, I think that should be, like you rightly pointed out. Yeah, I think there should be serious questions on Rajasthan Royals team management,
Mm.
because they have extraordinary players. I mean, come on, Steve Smith, Josh Butler, Ben Stokes, both and Archer. All these three England players had a wonderful year last year.
Mm.
And I think it's very important to how you utilize your players as well.
Yeah.
It's not about just taking them and keeping them in your playing level, but
Mm.
you have to keep them in places where they do well.
Mm.
And you see Rajasthan team, there's Sanju Samson,
Mm.
who has started off well but again tapered off, but I
Yeah.
felt he played well yesterday.
Correct.
Uttapa is doing well as an
Correct.
opening
Opener.
batsman.
Mm.
And with Rahul Tewatia and Riyan Parag coming down the order, it really looks a very good team. But
Yes.
somehow they're with their combinations and tactical issues,
Blunders.
they're
Mm.
unable to do it.
Mm.
And a word on what do you think about Sunrisers bowling?
I think they were really good. With the addition of Jason Holder, their opening burst was really good. They really put the brakes on, and they didn't never allowed Ben Stokes to get free, and that really cost RR. And that I will say that they did a commendable job. Even though Ben Stokes was not timing the ball, I think Warner did really well. By not bringing somebody like Shabazz Nadeem. He just
Mhm.
bowled one over yesterday. You never know if he would have come and bowled another over. I think Stokes would have gone after him.
Yes.
I think that was a
Yes.
brilliant move by David Warner by not bringing his one of the main spinners. So I thought SRH really played well. Still, death over. I think even though Natarajan gone for 440 runs, but I thought he bowled well. Even though his figures may look none for 40 in 4 overs, but I thought he bowled well. But I thought
Mm,
the execution of shots from Riyan Parag was excellent. I thought, especially I want to quote that boundary which he hit over extra covers, right? That was a Yorker length. That wasn't
yeah.
easy to hit a boundary. The ball was good, but he timed the
Mm,
ball really well. You got to appreciate Riyan Parag's effort. That kid is really growing
yeah.
leaps and bounds.
Yes.
He has a long way to go.
Yes, and I think even I think the one major issue what Sunrisers is facing is you see every match at least one bowler is being very expensive. You
Hmm,
either
hmm,
find Khalil or
hmm,
Basil Thampi,
hmm.
or like for yesterday's case scenario, it was Natarajan.
Yeah,
I felt in the last over because he was already expensive. In 3 hours, he was around 13. He gave 13 runs or 14 runs per over. That was
hmm,
his economy rate.
correct.
And yeah, at times you do have your bad days.
Hmm,
But I think that is one thing which they should probably look into it.
correct.
But other than that, I think they'll be very, very happy with this win, and they have to carry on this thing. So
Yes.
that's it, guys. From us, that's the preview. That's the post-match analysis of SRH versus Rajasthan Royals. We'll meet you with another post-match analysis tomorrow. Tata. See you. Bye bye.